behind. Hey, the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
And hello everyone, welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We're live once again, but this time we're in the Dirt Series. We're on the dirt roads. This is Eldora Speedway for tonight's very first showcase of the PTM Dirt Series here up on the show here for PTM Racing TV. Hi everyone, I am Christian the Crusader Shriver. Welcome back to the show. And as we get things rolling on in, let's see how we're going to handle this one here tonight. This track very tough to master and beat out here, and of course this is no different here. Eldora Speedway, one of the fastest, baddest tracks on the live here. You can see the wind currents and all of them being a little bit rough on the drivers here, so they will have to really work with that all day long. You'll see them kind of get themselves situated through with the rest of the field here, kind of doing their own thing, kind of taking them on by here. As you see the 00 there of Derek Pope having a little bit of fun out there right now, kind of getting things fixed on in. Getting ready for tonight's action here as we get locked and loaded for tonight's race. We will see our drivers now load them on into position here and get things taken care of here. Starting grid order now going to come your way here for heat number 1. Take a look at this here. It'll be Brian staying there. Yeah, and then his outside it'll be Tyler Hagwood there. Oops, excuse me, that's not the right grading order. Who messed that up? Well, all right. Well, heat number 1 now ready to come on by here, looks like. So it looks like we'll head them on down to the track and get this one situated on it. All right, heat number 1. There we go. Now we've got them up on the track here. Ready to go here on the pole. It'll be Brian Stang. And it'll be Tyler Hagwood there in the 222. Or excuse me, the 02. Run number outside there will be Warren Young in the number 1. Run number 2, it's going to be James Mandarid in the 27. And his outside it will be Chantel and Throttle Bottle in the number 5. Matthew Hofford in the 84 rounds out your field. Next heat will come on by here on the next starting lineup here. So, going to load them on by and get them ready to go here. This is PTM at Eldora here. Now switch them through, set them on by, get them ready to corner off their zones and get ready to hit them up for tonight's action here. They are coming to your way. 1 lap to go here before we get things situated on in. Joseph Nettleman, Matthew Hoffer, Richard Grant, the second, Warren Young, Dustin Sonaker, Matthew Hoffer, Cindy Ann Taylor, Sean Shriver, and Dustin Rouse have all joined us in to see this first race of the season. We're ready to go action live here. Ronnie Christensen joins us in as well. Ready for the green flag to fly here. They will come on by down around here, down out of turn 3, down in turn 4, looking to sway their run and sway them into position here. Working them on in, down out of turn 4, waiting for the lights to come on. Lights do come on, and that means we're going green. Here we go. And off the line through the chicane, down on a turn 1, back down in turn 2 here. Matthew Hofford there falling back just a little bit as the 27 of James Mandarin runs to the outside line, running up a fight there with Chantel, the throttle Pottle to the inside. Warren Young there in the number 1, working to fly up on the high side there, trying to build some momentum into the corner zone, trying to build some power under there. Making the run there for the 0-2 Tyler Hagwood. Hagwood defends off the outside line, trying to hang in there. Chantel to the bottom there out of turn 2. Holds them on down around the outside yet again. Now builds them on by here. A little bit of a battle here for that 3rd spot. Trying to hold them off, trying to get some cornering going. And here you're on board here with the throttle. You can see where they're having to line that spot up and really trying to hit their marks up. The track's starting to give away a little bit. And as it goes away even more, you'll see a lot more battles like you see right here with a battle for 3rd for these drivers here coming on by. Once again, Chantel trying to defend off there as the 27 there. James Mandarin gets out, throws the slider there out of turn 4. Big slider there, pole, but Chantel throws one right back at him there, trying to make the big move there. Oh, Hoffer gets a little tag there out of Mandarin as they take it almost 3 wide there out of turn 2. Steady as they go here now, builds them on by. We're coming down to the final 4 laps here right now. And Hagwood right now has a pretty solid run there on old Warren Young, but Warren's not giving up just yet here, folks. On board here with him, you can see the dirt, the grime, and all that dust just weighing in on himself, just kind of putting him through a little bit. Starting to really take aim and start to take pace here. The field still in a hot pursuit here, in a hot battle here, right down out of turn 4. Chantel, the throttle bottle going right down to the outside line, trying to build up a little bit of momentum there. James Mandarin, that 27, saw the slider coming from Hofford. Hofford defend, couldn't quite get it going there. They filled him on back around down the back straightaway here yet again. Chantel, the throttle Pottle still has the 3rd spot locked up as we're coming down to the final 2 laps here now, down out of turn 4. Hagwood, somehow, some way, man, he's just rocking and rolling, letting that baby sick and letting it dig. He's running him hard, running him in quick as he can. Works him on by there. Warren Young now to the outside line yet again. Still can't quite get the run there. Hagwood just continues to just stroll in the momentum. The power under the hood there is impressive, to say the least. He's able to hold the outside line and keep that run going for as long as he has. It definitely shows what he's trying to do right now, trying to stay in there. As our white flag now comes on out, Matthew Hofford just trying to do one last little bit of a battle here, coming to the line here. But coming down out of turn 4 here, Tyler Hagwood will take it to the finish. Warren Young will take 2nd, 3rd. It's going to go to Chantel, the throttle Pottle, and by not by much of a matter of inches, if you will, James Mandarin will take that position home. All right, now we're going to go ahead and round out to heat number 2. Let's load them on in and get things situated on by here. Our drivers ready to rack, stack, and all that here, and come on to the attack. So the field will work them back here around about yet again. This time it will be Derek Pope on the pole. And to his outside, that'll be Cindy, the closer Taylor, and the number 7. Runner 2 in the Fox, it'll be the 14 of Christian the Shriver. And to his outside, that'll be the 2 of Brian Stang. Final starter on the field here tonight will be the 20 of Jeffrey Oakes. And rounding them out back on the field here, they will get them situated by here. We'll see how these things come on by here and get things worked on in. Field looking to stand still, looking to fight their way on in here for a run and a half. You can see the drivers getting situated nice and comfy as they load them on by here out of turn 4 here. Michael Mitchell saying go Pope, rooting him on. Matt Crawford gets some season opener, and Richard Grant II saying go Jeff O. Great to have you guys on board here tonight. Great to have everybody on board, and hope you have already liked and followed us up here on Facebook and tuned on in with us. The field works them on by, looking for a run and a half here. Some awesome looking designs there. You see that U.S. Air Force afterburner number 7 of Cindy, the closer Taylor, and then that unique design there, the 00s, Derek Pope. And then, of course, the 14 of Christian Shriver's Fox Sports Racing Machine, looking pretty solid. That 2 there, Brian Stang, keeps it simple, keeps it real, but it still looks pretty sweet. Here they come down around on the front straightaway. We're underway. And back them on by there, Cindy, the closer Taylor. Already a little bit of problems there. Up in the wall protection. Not sure what happened there, but gets sent straight back in. On back down around, they'll take it back out of turn 3, down in turn 4. Derek Pope doing everything he can, try to hold the outside line. A little bit slippery up there as the Crusader Christian Shriver. Oh, a little bit of contact made there on the front stretch. Kind of tags him a little bit there. Throws the slider up top. Will it stick? Can he get the Fox Sports Racing Machine to stick this time by? He doesn't seem to have it just yet. Up on the outside line, here comes Jeffrey Oaks there in the number 20 machine, trying to rock the old red, white, and blue, trying to follow him on by there. Brian Stang doing everything he can to try to stay in there with him, trying to move the chains on in. Starting lineup here, really rocking and rolling, hitting them hard, getting them some momentum. On board we go here. You can see you got a pretty good camera view of what he's seeing in that car and how bad these guys are fighting it out there for the race lead here at the moment. Derek Pope doing everything he can to hold off the old Crusader, but Shriver goes up on the high side, starting to get a little bit of a stick on that groove. Still a lot of time though. Derek Pope running him in hard as he can here, trying to build some momentum there in those corners and in that zone. The onboard camera sees here, you can see how much that wheel is working on the outside line, trying to build momentum, trying to build pace and try to stick in there. It's working hard, it's working good, but he's got to do a little bit more to try to get it to stick a little bit better there. Brian Stang there going to the outside line, going to put the boot to Jeffrey Oaks. Oaksy trying to put up a fight. He stays into the bottom zone, away from the slick. There the two of Brian Stang gets up into the wall protection there a little bit. Right back on around, final 2 laps going here. Shriver has the race lead, but not by much here. Coming down around, Stang starting to get some momentum there on Oaksy. You hear them going right into the collision course zone. They've got to be careful about that. Right back them on by here yet again, down side by side. They take it down around out of turn 1 and 2. These guys just absolutely putting on a fight for the race lead. Derek trying to get something to stick, a little bit of the wall protection there, maybe trying to get something a little more momentum there. Starting to clear him on by, a little bit up in that wall. You got to be careful, you don't want to wall ride too often up there, bud. Right down yet again, the white flag comes out here. Shriver trying to hold off Pope. Pope is just sticking it up there, trying to get something to work. Moving them on by, moving the chains on in, down and back straightaway here, coming down to the finish. Shriver goes up to the high side, tries to defend him off. Will Pope go down low and try to throw the slider, coming down out of turn 3 and 4. No, Shriver will get him this time, but not by much. Pope puts up a heck of a fight. Great racing. So heat number 2 will go to Shriver. Derek Pope puts up a heck of a war, though, to get that spot away from him. It just was not quite enough as we now bring it to the warm-up session. And folks, don't go anywhere. When we return, we will see all our drivers and all of them going at it for a 40-lap main event shootout. You don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these quick commercial messages. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race, of course, is brought to you in part by our good friends over at Maconi Setup Shop. If you're looking for just $5, you can have the fastest and best car to beat on the track anytime, any place. To find the right setup for your track and car, be sure to visit Maconi Setup Shop today on their website, MaconiSetup.com. By Pottlez Wrapz. Looking for your car, truck, vehicle to match your style on the track? Then be sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. At such a low and affordable price, you can get your creation brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to bring your ideas to life. And by Grid Finder. Grid Finder is the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster or livery designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing and all of its glory. And just to give you guys a little sneak idea of what it's like on Grid Finder, here is a little camera footage here of the old phone footage here we actually whipped up. I was actually on there recently today, and I was looking through some stuff, and I was like, hey, you know what? I want to find something over in on the UK side. I want to get a little UK, baby. A lot of our UK folks over there are always great to hang around, so appreciate them coming on out and enjoying themselves. And folks, like I said, easy and simple to figure out, Grid Finder. All right, now, folks, as we get things situated on in right now, currently field still getting their last warm-up practices in here. You can see the intensity of these drivers and the way they're hitting their lines in right now. Hagwood looking pretty strong out there. Derek Pope out of that feature he had really hooked it in and hit him hard. Certainly put on a fight and put on a match up there. Rick Smith joins us in now, watching for live here. Keith Bocage. It was on my side, sorry. I believe you're talking about something that was happening there. Hopefully that was the case. Hopefully it did get fixed up. As we're going to try, nope, we still don't have our grading order down. Producers, I thought I told you to get that fixed when we were supposed to. See if we can get it. Nope, still nothing. So, sorry guys, they're not going to get the grading order set up. So, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, the way we started when we were doing these broadcasts to begin with. Well, I wouldn't say the old way, but a little tweak or two, if you will. Why not? All right, driver is currently making final preparations here for tonight's race. So, on our starter, it will be, of course, Hagwood on the starting pole. To his outside, it will be the Crusader Christian Shriver there. Waiting for him to pop up. There he is. Feature lineup time. Here it is, guys. Going to start with Hagwood there, and that 02 machine is outside. Christian Shriver in the 14. Row number 2, Warren Young in the number 1. To his outside, it will be Derek Pope in the 00. Row 3, that's going to be the Chantel, the Throttle Pottle, and the number 5. And her outside, Brian Stang in the number 2. Row 4, James Mandarin in the 27. To his outside, Jeffrey Oakes in the number 20. Final starters on the field here tonight. Matthew Hoffert in the 84, and to his outside, Cindy, the Closer Taylor. Rounding out your field here tonight, it is feature time, race fans. Get the phones up, get the cameras rolling, get this going. It is time to go at it here tonight. Kenneth Crawford, I know, I'm telling you, man, the producers, they don't know what they're doing no more, man. I can't stand it. Also, folks, if you guys are wondering, we will have this race in its entirety up on YouTube here very shortly. So after this race, be sure to catch that. If your friends missed it or your family missed it, you can catch all the action there on our YouTube page at PTM Racing TV. Be sure to subscribe over there and also hit up on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. If you don't like and follow us up here, how are you going to know when we go live? And when we say, boogity boogity boys, it's race time here at Eldora! All right, down out of turn 3, turn 1, down to turn 2. Here I'm already losing it. Christian Shriver tries to pull the inside line there. Hagwood pulls him off there. Here comes the number 1 of Warren Young now down the inside now. Builds some momentum there around Derek Pope, trying to throw the haymaker in early. Down out of the corner zone once again, coming down on turn 4 here. Hagwood tries to defend off the 14. The 14 goes straight to the bottom, trying to hold him on. Trying to get something going there, but the 02 of Hagwood does everything he can to get the run there now. Builds some momentum in. A little bit of a loosey-goosey out of turn 2 there for Chantel, the Throttle Pottle. Trying to get it re-centered up, restage in. Derek Pope there in the 00 now, moving the chains on by, starting to build some momentum here. Working them on in. Here comes Brian Stang there in the number 2, the Hard Charger right now, trying to do what he can to get some momentum his way. Featuring them on in, trying to look them on by, trying to run them amok here down out of turn 4 here, making their way into the corner zone. You're on board here with Stangies. You got a good idea of what he's dealing with there. And that number 1, Warren Young there, just absolutely hitting that throttle up, doing what he can. But a little bobble there might have just cost him some precious time. You got to be careful about Eldora. Get into that wall protection. You're sending yourself for a ride. Moving them on by down out of turn 4 here yet again. Side by side. Here we go for 3rd. Running them in hard here. Chantel Throttle Pottle trying to go to the inside there. Derek Pope moving the chains on by. Oh, Derek getting right up into the grill there of Warren Young. Warren, I don't think he was too appreciative of that. Trying to hit him up by and trying to stay in that zone. Cindy the Closer Taylor right now. Not too far out of this one either. She's got time to make up, but she can definitely get it going in that U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Trying to move the chains in. Got that 20 there. Jeffrey Oakes there. Woo! Jeffrey Oakes about took that rear end and sent it straight down into her front end. They're managing to keep it clear of it. Nevertheless, here's a side-by-side maneuver there. What a run there by the 5, trying to move it in. While Derek Pope in the 00 tries to get the outside line to work. You see drivers going to the bottom line. There are 2 lines to play here. You can do the outside, you can do the bottom. And you can see just that right now. Chantel trying to get there. Derek Pope and Warren Young opting to go to the high side, trying to stick it in there. Right now, currently, as we speak here, the Crusader, Christian Shriver, needs to get something going. He is not looking too hot out there. The momentum not building his way there on the outside, and he's not getting any runs there, and he knows it. Brian Stang starting to catch him up and starting to gain some ground on him. Right now, no down at turn 3, back down into turn 4 here. Derek Pope now down the inside here around the number 1 of Warren Young. Warren Young doing everything he can to hold on the power and the momentum coming from the 00. Moving them on by here now. Looks like Chantel looks to the inside. Looks like maybe she wants a little piece of that fender. Trying to get some running in there. Trying to get some momentum her way. Trying to hang him on by. You can see how hard this track is starting to tear up these cars and starting to tear them on by. Moving to the inside zone there. Derek goes back into the wall protection, into the zone. Loses his ground and loses momentum there. Now you can see Warren Young has to hold off there on the backside there. You can see him getting really up close and personal with that wall. I would almost say he's probably doing a little bit of touch and go here. As you see that 5, the Pottlez Wrapz machine coming right at him here. The Piedmont machine number 1 trying to hold him on, trying to stay in the corners and trying to get something figured in here right now. That's currently Brian Stang here starting to close the gap up on the Crusader right now. Shriver is in trouble if he's not careful here. He's starting to lose him by about a second here. Back about 9/10 here now on our scoreboard. And currently the hard charge of the night is currently still Chantel Pottle as Agwood desperately trying to keep his momentum going, trying to keep his hour under the hood. But you can see he's playing a completely different line than most of the folks are right now. You can see guys and gals trying to go to the high side, trying to play the low end. This is what he's doing right now. He's playing kind of the middle end. Watch this. We're going to go on board here with him. You can see all that power, all that momentum that he's carrying through. He's going bottom down, low end, middle side, area down, and just really running that line in. You know, I talked with Warren and I talked with Hagwood earlier when they were together, and they said, yeah, this is a track we'd like to run, but it's definitely a little bit tricky until they get slicked up. Once they start getting slick, well, that's when the race gets really interesting. And indeed it has, my friends. But right now, currently, Chantel throttle battle down the inside now, moves it in. Starting to fight away. The number 1 of Warren Young there, and Derek Pope trying to start the battle. Start the runs around here yet again here. Strong battles here from these guys and gals right now. Moving the chains on in right now. Warren Young doing everything he can to try to hold off the momentum and the power coming from Derek Pope. But Chantel, the throttle bottle, has now started to run away a little bit, starting to reel in and start to wheel and deal it in a little bit. Keeping the power under the hood, keeping the momentum alive, staying in their zone, staying in that spot there. Jay Jones saying, let's go, be staying. Moving them in right now. These guys and gals absolutely hanging in there with all they got. Running them on back down to the outside. Warren Young out into the wall protection. Nowhere to go there. Gets a nice little lick and a half. Jeffrey Oaks struggling really bad here. The 20 having problems. And James Mandarood, I'm not sure what happened to him there. Seems to have lost all his momentum there in the Mountain Dew machine, but nevertheless, you're still looking pretty sweet out there. We'll see him out here next time. He's definitely a guy you got to keep your eye on. He'll run with the best of them if he gets that chance. We saw what he can do in the Asphalt Series just a night ago, and man, was he really laying into it there. But you know, tonight on the Dirt Series, one thing we've told and talked about all the time is it's a whole nother ball game when you're on this stuff. And that is no joke. Right now, as we're about ready to reach the halfway point here, these guys and gals currently still trying to finish them on in, still trying to get something going here. But Brian Stang desperately trying to get some momentum up onto the on Shriver there in the 14, the 2 there. Brian Stang, though, doing a pretty solid job there. Catching up and gets to the wall protection there. And you can see that car takes a beating out on that track. Imagine what it's like for the World of Outlaw guys when they bring those late models or those sprint cars around, man. That thing will just send you for a ride. Chantel Throttle Pottle now having to go to work here for the battle for 4th here with Derek Pope. Pope trying to do everything he can to get something going his way, trying to see if he can hang him on by. Working up through there side by side, a little bit of a bump and run there, but Pope gets the worst end of that one. Gets sent back up to the wall there, gives the opening up. One of the only ladies in our sport here really working them in, really showing off what they can do. And Cindy Closer-Taylor right now been really trying to figure stuff out as well on her end. She's gotten a lot better, though, ever since season 1. I still remember watching her and watching how she was running. She has just absolutely gotten much better as time goes on. And I guarantee you she is going to be a threat down the road. You just watch for it, folks. Moving them on down, around, out of turn 2 here. Moving them on by here. Matthew Hoffer in the 84. Grid Finder, Pottlez Wrapz, Maconi setup shop. Beast trying to hold them by. Kind of got a little retro scheme going in that old 84 machine tonight. He's pretty solid out there. Well, of course, on the back it says "Eat My Dirt." Gee, I wonder if I was seeing that too often than not. I'll tell you one thing though, when you see it, you can't get it out of your head. And it's, all jokes aside, he was really running hard tonight. He's running pretty solid right now as he keeps it going here. The momentum's starting to flay in. We're down to a final 16 laps here, folks. Hagwood right now though, man, holy cow, he is just laying into the momentum. Currently almost 2 1/4 of a second ahead of the second place driver. And Brian Stang right now trying to get up there with the 14, got something going for himself. He's running him in pretty solid and hard right now, but hasn't given up too much momentum to him. Starting to wheel and deal him in, starting to build him on by here and get something going for himself here. You see all that dirt kicking up, man. That's one thing you gotta be careful though with these cars. You don't want to kick up too much dirt. You don't want the tires to slide. You want to find a firm plan and get a good grip there. And that's exactly what Stang's doing right now. He's just kind of hitting his spots up and really keeping an eye on it. And that's really what's the key to success for him here. Jay Jones joins us in. William Bruce Mann Jr. has joined us in as well. Great to have you all on board here tonight. We hope you're enjoying the show so far. Round out of turn 4 here. Back them on by here. The 00 now trying desperately to throw another haymaker at Chantel, but the throttle doesn't play too well with that Monster Energy. She doesn't indeed, my friends. But Cindy the Colton Taylor as well. And that U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Trying to get something going there. Trying to build some power under that one. And some power under the hood and some power up in that grill. Running it back in right now. Warren Young in the #1 machine trying to get something swayed into his way. Trying to build the power under the hood. Trying to keep things on his run and on his zone. Staying into the zone here. Back them on by once again. Down out of turn 4. Once again, Derek Pope starting to throw a little bit of a shot here or two. Final laps to go here. We're down to the 11 to go. We'll be at 10 to go in here in just a minute. But right now, down out of turn 2. Derek Pope just all of a sudden just really starting to hit him hard and really sit that battle in. Trying to get something to stick and trying to get some power in there. Just can't quite get the momentum though that he wants, and he knows it. Get a good look at the drivers all trying to leeway their spots in, trying to find their zones as well. Holding them up and hitting the zones in right now, still at their charge, at their game plan here. Not either one giving an inch, no other one wants to give any chance up to this one. They all want the same thing here, and that's to try to make the best move and the best chance right at their spot. Still flying around here, down out of the turn 2 here. Once again, these guys and gals just doing what they can to try to hang him in there, trying to stabilize the position. Down around out of turn 3, down out of turn 4 here. Matthew Hoffer in the 84 machine. Starting to run him in pretty crisp and clean here. Jeffrey Oakes has gone into pit road. Something gone wrong there for the 20 machine. Tough break there for him. We'll see him next time out though. I believe next time out we'll be heading over to Lima Land, which that will be a track and a half. I'll tell you that much. You go from the big track here at Ohio for those dirt stocks to a shorter track, and I guarantee you're going to have some sliders thrown your way here. If you thought sliders were thrown here tonight, oh, you haven't seen nothing come next week, folks. Be sure to tune on in for that one. But still, right now, with only 6 laps to go when they get across the stripe here, right down and about out of turn 3 and 4. How many times are we going to talk about these cats going at it, man? These two are just absolutely throwing haymakers at one another. Neither one wants to give an inch, but currently, the 5 just doing everything she can to hold out that 00 there of Pope, and Pope is just running right now to try to stay it in there and stick it in there a little bit more, but it's just not going for himself here. The Pope trying to worship, get the word out for the Lord of Speed here, but the Lord of Speed says if you don't open your Bible up to 7 Chronicles verses 8, Dirt Series is where it's at, asphalt is where you get to, trust in the power of speed. And we'll see where this one sends to. Ah! Turn 3 and 4. That was not what I meant by send it to. Right down out of turn 4 there. Pope gets really into the grill there. Backs off though and lets it off there. Good sportsmanship on his end, but I don't know if I would have gave that one up so easily. Nevertheless, you're down out of turn 3 and 4. You've got a battle for second here as the 14 of Shriver right now dealing with that 2 machine of Brian Stang, really fighting his way in right now, still giving it all he's got. Neither one wanting to give any chance up to this one. No one wants to give a spot up at all. But right now they're still chasing down that old number 02 machine of Tyler Hagwood. Hagwood right now is just absolutely laying in this one. He's not giving any inches to anybody. Running him in solid as can be, but the battle is definitely for second here. Stang starting to close in on the gap, starting to move the chains on in as we now approach the white flag coming by down out of turn 4. White flag is coming out here. Final lap for Hagwood. Can Hagwood keep the momentum alive for one more go around? Meanwhile, the 14 tries to hold off that 2. That 2 is getting ever so closer to him. Starting to really wicket it in down out of turn 3 into 4, though. It is all Tyler Hagwood, your winner at Eldora. Tyler Hagwood takes it to the bank and gets himself a win and a half there. How about that, folks? Makes his debut on PTM Racing TV, and it results in a race victory there. The rest of the field coming to a close, coming to the final laps here and coming out of the area. What a race there for these guys, and some great battles all the way through here for them. Solid runs and a half here. Now, as we're going to take it to our final results here. Here is the winner here tonight. Tyler Hagwood takes it home. Following second place will be Christian the Crusader Shriver. Third going to Brian Stang. Fourth to Chantel Throttle Bottle. Fifth to Derek Pope. Sixth to Warren Young. Seventh to Matthew Hoffert. Eighth to closer Cindy Taylor. Ninth to James Mandred. And 10th to Jeffrey Oakes. To round out your field here tonight, folks. And solid battles all the way through here for these guys and gals. And hey, wait a minute, where's that 14 going? He's not supposed to be going up there. You did not win the race. Get off the track. Wait a minute, what is he doing? I swear, that guy has no idea what the heck he's doing sometimes. Well, nevertheless, folks, that's really going to wrap it up here tonight for the race here. What a race and what a battle all the way through here. See if we can get some driver interviews here with us and talk with our guys and our winners here tonight. We'll go ahead and put the overlay up, though, while we do that. So our third place finisher here tonight, of course, Brian Stang, taking that one home to the cleaner, taking it to the end. What a win! What a place there for him, making his television debut here on the show. Second place is going to go to Christian the Crusader Shriver, as we talked just a minute ago here. He'll take second home in that one. Hard run, but not enough to catch up to the race winner here tonight, which is Tyler Hagwood, and a solid run and a half there for himself and every which way to Sunday. Great racing on his end and great battles all the way through. Congratulations to Tyler on your first win of the season, and congrats to everybody on their first race of the season. What a show, what a battle that was here, folks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time we call it a night and call it good. So before we go, we got a few words to say. Of course, we got to mention up our sponsors here. This race is presented and sponsored in part by, for the whole season, by Maconi Setup Shop. For just $5 down, you can have the fastest, baddest car to beat on the track, anytime and any place. To find the right setup for your track and car, be sure to visit up Maconi Setup Shop today. By Pottlez Wrapz. Looking to have your car or truck vehicle match your style on the track? Then be sure to hit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. At such a low and affordable price, you can get your creation brought to life on the track. So what are you waiting for? Visit Pottlez Wrapz today to bring your ideas to life. And by, of course, Grid Finder. Grid Finder is the best way to find a new league. Filter your search by race day, your geographical region, gaming platform, racing sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster or livery designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. The only place, in my opinion, that it makes it so darn easy to actually find what I want and what I need right there on the spot. Trust me when I say it, folks. Well, nevertheless here, folks, that's going to about wrap it up here. So for all of us here at PTM Racing TV and all of us here and all the folks there down at Pedal the Metal Racing League and the Dirt Series finally getting back underway, congratulations on that. Great stuff there. But for now, though, folks, we love you guys. For now, be safe. God bless. Take care as we end with our roll credit sequence for our sponsors here tonight. Thank you again for tuning on in.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.maconisetupshop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.